Hey, it's JC. Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and jungle survival. We are in the jungle once again, and today I'm going to look for resources to make the easiest form of cordage I can using jungle resources. Now, there are many ways that you can make cordage in terms of resources that you find. A common way is to use inner bark of a tree. Now, that is definitely effective, but it takes time to process. In the jungle, we've got lots of resources, so I want to look for the easiest resource that I can actually use to make cordage. So I'm trying to look for the right vegetation for that. So we're going to go in and we're going to bash through if needed, and we're going to find our way, and hopefully we will find what we need to create the cordage. Alright, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for some kind of a palm tree just like that. And what we're going to use to harvest the raw materials for the cordage is basically the stems of this pine leaf. So it's extremely fibrous. We can cut this off, delimit, strip it down, take out the fibers, and we can braid it to become strong cordage. So we're going to cut this prong down. Now, one thing to note is these edges of the leaves can be very sharp, so be careful. And some varieties of these palms have thorns. Now, this one doesn't, so just take note if you do that. If you want, you can wear gloves. So we're just going to take our parang and chop that down, and now we're going to delimb this prong. The next thing you want to do is use your baton or a hammer, or if you have a parang like that, and you want to break up the fibers in the stem. So just go throughout, take your time, and just break it down. After you have broken up the fibers like that, you want to split the stem, and you want to split slithers off as long as you can go without breaking it. So we've broken off this, that's pretty good, and we're going to break it into smaller pieces. Now, the thickness of these splinters really depends on how thick you want your cordage to be. But let's see how far we can split it. All right, so that's about one piece. We can split it again here, and that would be pretty ideal. So the ideal is to get many pieces like this, split them off, and again, it depends how long your eventual cordage is going to be, but that's the basis. You want to get as many pieces of these splinters as possible. After you've got the individual slithers, you want to break up the fibers even more. Now, you can just use your fingers to break it up, or you can wrap it around a tree and just hold on to two ends and just break it up this way. So that's a fast way of doing it. Turn it around in a different direction, break that up. And the whole idea is to make this flexible and malleable. And then if you find that after you've done it, you've got some splinters, you can take out the loose splinters, but you do not want to thin it out too much. If you find that's really something that's bothering you, just pull that out. So you want to process a whole bunch of this. This is really just for demonstration purposes, so you want much more than this. But in any case, when you're ready and you've broken down the fibers enough, it's time to start braiding. And what you can do is start off with two, and you basically just want to twist them. Okay, in any direction you want. Just remember which direction it is, and just keep twisting till there's a natural loop formed due to the tension. Right, I'll just keep on going. And you can see there's a kink which forms that loop. Then what you do is you're going to switch and continue twisting as well. So the whole idea is you're twisting two lengths of the slithers of the palm stem together, and then switching, and then twisting again. And you just keep going till you find a rhythm, and the whole idea is to get them strengthened as you twist and braid them together. Now, once you braid the cordage, you come to a point where you're going to run out of cordage and you have to add on other pieces. And this is where you're going to splice 2 more pieces to your first or the preceding stems that you're creating. So to do that, you want to take 2 more pieces, fold it, I would say just off center, because you want one slightly longer than the other. Crush it more if you feel they're not malleable enough. And basically you're going to continue that same technique, but you're overlaying this new piece, bend it at that point, and you continue with that whole idea of twisting and then switching over and twisting together. So you're splicing the old or the preceding piece of stem to the new piece. And the whole idea is you can eventually just add them together. So here we have spliced the 2 sets of stems together. That's the splice, really strong. And you would continue going and use more resources to create a longer piece of cordage. And let's go ahead and do that. So here we have braided probably 3 to 4 sections, and this is how you get this particular cordage. You could then let it dry out. It will become even stronger because it's a bit wet. It was green, but you can see this is so nicely done, and this was done by my buddy, so you can see the difference. Very professional. It's not easy to get this messy look over here, but yes, you can make it as neat as you want or as rough as you want, and you can just go as long as you need. And this is the remaining slithers. We haven't even processed all this, so you can see how much cordage you will be able to get from just one stem of this fern tree. And I think you could probably get maybe 6 feet to 8 feet of cordage just from this. Now, I won't lie, it will take time. It is a time-consuming process, but once you get into the groove, it's actually quite mechanical. And when you're in the jungle, you have a lot of time. But in terms of choosing this resource to make the cordage, it is readily accessible in the jungle, and it's much easier to process than, let's say, getting bark from a tree, which you may have to cut down, or you may have to cut and strip from a bark, and finding the right tree to be able to do that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video on the easiest way to make natural cordage in the jungle. If you have any other better ways or solutions, please let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.